You guys look like you're 40.
Well, we are 40.
Do you have the same
console
as your boyfriend? Gay!
Oh, well, I am gay, but he's not my boyfriend, because I could do much better than him. Really? Then why don't you?
Lucas.
What's going on, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers? It's your boy Porter Rock 77 with a quick hot take.
I don't know, with a little bullying, hopefully this might actually be your last take. Okay, sorry, maybe I'm coming off a little aggressive. My arm healed. And you know what that means? That means no more pain pills. So I'm quite agitated right now.
And yeah, you read the title. Xbox needs to get their ish together, bro. And you Xbox fans, y'all need to stop capping for the dumbest stuff on Xbox, bro. Because it's clear.
It is absolutely clear
that Xbox is not providing true competition. They're just not, man.
Is this what it's come down to? We have to start blaming Microsoft for everything? Are you waking up every morning looking at the mirror and blaming that hairline on Phil Spencer? I mean, at least there's a lot more validity to that one, because I could totally see your hairline being the result of stress from Microsoft. But how in the world are you going to pin the blame of Sony's shortcomings on consumers that don't even purchase or own their products? You want to blame it on weak competition, yet you're the one on your knees begging the Xbox guys to stop buying Xbox consoles. I know, call me crazy, but when the PlayStation guys are on their knees begging people to stop supporting Xbox because it's hurting PlayStation, that makes me think Microsoft must be doing something right. You don't get this type of salt or hairline from a weak competition.
Like, yeah, it feels like, it honestly feels like this is just a one console industry now.
But does it really feel that way for you? Because I don't think there's been a single day you haven't talked about Xbox.
So let me explain something to you guys, all right? All right, Nintendo's doing phenomenal. The Switch is selling outstanding. There is no doubt about it. But none of that impacts PlayStation. None of that puts Sony in a position where games might go exclusive to Nintendo, or a big third-party game might end up on Nintendo, even if it's timed exclusive, over PlayStation. They're just two different brackets, right?
Yeah, no shit. Xbox is the console that's doing that. Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Doom, Call of Duty, Hellblade, those aren't the next big games you're going to play on a handheld portable device like the Switch. Those are games you're either going to be playing on an Xbox or a PC. And you can try as hard as you want to downplay it, but that is some pretty serious competition.
So Sony has no fear. Regardless of how well Nintendo sells, they ain't worrying about Nintendo trying to capture the third-party market or take away big games, right?
Obviously they're not, because their concern is Microsoft. They are the corporation doing that to them. I can see you're trying your hardest to set up a narrative where Sony doesn't have competition that's doing any of these things to them, but they very much do. And it is by no means a weak strategy. Sony competes the hardest against Microsoft in the Western market, and Microsoft went out of their way to purchase the biggest Western publishers and developers. Obviously Nintendo would have never done that.
And then with Microsoft, Xbox, who really is the near peer competitor. You see how it is, man. Sony gives no goddamn. They have no competitor, bro. And because of that, they wildin', man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying?
Wait, so if you guys had a one night stand 30 years ago, and I don't know who my you could be my dad?
Forget the salt, this is 10 times more interesting. For years I thought Malcolm's father was J-Rock from Trailer Park Boys, but all along we finally found out the father who went to get bread and never came back. It's Puerto Rock. At long last, I finally have somebody to blame for this mistake. Just think about what this means for Malcolm's hairline in the future. And great, now I've made enemies with Puerto Rock for reintroducing him to his son. And you can try your hardest, Puerto, but you ain't gonna be able to blame this one on Microsoft. You're the one who pumped some autism into that woman, not Phil Spencer. Forget about the PlayStation 5 price hike. You have years of unpaid child support to catch up on with Malcolm. And do us a favor. With that money, get him a goddamn exhaust fan for his PC, will you?
When you look at everything holistically with PlayStation right now, right? They have great games, they got great talent, but they're in that high on life mode again. You know, like
If high on life is supposed to be code for high off their asses on cocaine, then yeah, I agree with you. But that's as far as I'll go. Because at this point, I think Jim Ryan needs to seek rehab. There ain't no way in hell he thinks Returnal and Ratchet and Clank and Demon Souls are making anybody want to go and get a PlayStation 5.
Like what, coming off the PlayStation 2 and entering the PS3 where they just thought they could do the most and see how things go, they're back at that. Coming off the PlayStation 4, they're at their best, at their most successful, and now you see where they're towing the line, man.
Well, I'm confused. Was that Microsoft's fault back then as well? Is every single time Sony fumbled it supposed to be Microsoft's fault? Is them choosing to repeat history Microsoft's fault? Cause I'm pretty sure Sony stepping it up near the end of the PS3 era was thanks to Microsoft giving them some heavy competition, wasn't it? We can blame Microsoft for all of Sony's shortcomings, but we can't give Microsoft any credit when Sony starts to do good.
I was on Persona's podcast about an hour ago, whatever.
Wait, you're friends with someone who calls themselves Persona?
Gay!
And we just bringing up points like, yo, we know more announced shows and movies from PlayStation than actual games from them.
Get what you fucking deserve!
I don't understand. How can you even be upset at Sony for this one? They've been selling you nothing but video games that are practically movies for about 10 years now. And what did the PlayStation fanboy say as that content was dropping? Wouldn't it be great if Sony made a TV show or a movie out of these games? It was the next logical step for the billion-dollar corporation. What do you want them to do? I have absolutely no idea how you're going to pin the blame on Microsoft for that one. Sony was basically already making movies for your console. The only difference now is they completely took the control away from your hands, which is what I thought the ponies always wanted. Less gameplay, more cinematics, more graphics. They don't get more realistic than a TV show. And great, you know what this means now, right? It means we're gonna have a live-action rendition of Abby sexting from The Last of Us. That was traumatic enough in a simulated video game. My eyes don't need to be exposed to a realistic rendition of that. And there's no way in hell you're gonna be able to blame Microsoft for that. What, do you think Phil Spencer sitting on the director's chair going, yeah, work with me, baby, come on, Abby, full anal shot?
You know, we know supposedly a Days Gone movie, a Gravity Rush movie, The Last of Us TV show, Twisted Metal TV show and stuff.
And trust me when I say that nobody watching ever wanted that!
You know, we're naming all this content on shows and not enough content on games and stuff like that.
Hold on, let me get this straight, Puerto. You mean to tell me that the PlayStation 5 has no games? Well, that's strange, coming from the camp that's always screaming at the top of their lungs how Xbox has no games. If Sony has no games, I fail to see how that's Microsoft's problem. Much like how all of it is Microsoft's fault when there's no content for the year, I'm expecting you to also blame Sony for having no content, yet you want to blame Microsoft?
And yeah, we know Sony's doing their best with third party and all that stuff.
The only thing I see Sony trying their best at is squeezing every penny they can out of their consumers.
You're crushing my arm!
Unhand that penny or the arm comes off!
But it's just crazy, man. Like, there's all this stuff. They took away PlayStation Experience.
What the frick are you guys doing?
They got away from E3 and stuff like that. You know, it's just weird, you know.
Wow, what a waste. The poor children.
It almost feels like, yo,
Gonna cry?
it wouldn't couldn't be shocked if the next PlayStation showcase was primarily games that they're gonna put on PC and more announcements on TV shows.
You finished? I mean, there's so much self-pity.
Stop, Puerto! Stop! I don't have enough nitrous oxide to get me through this cringe. It's bad enough that you're trying to pin all the blame on Microsoft, but you're holding back tears as you do it too? Didn't they train you not to cry in the military or something? Doesn't it pain you to know that your f***ing tax dollars are what's keeping an emotionally unstable man-child like this enlisted in the army? The dude is thinking about goddamn console wars on a live battlefield. And instead of writing letters to his wife or family, he's writing letters to Jim Ryan, who's never gonna read any of them. I mean, a part of me wants to thank you for your services, Puerto, but it seems like you're doing more for Sony than our country. None of what you listed seems to have anything to do with Microsoft. Sony's the one greenlighting all these projects. They want TV shows, they want movies, they want PC ports. They don't want to be at E3. Those aren't moves they're making because of Microsoft. Those are moves they're making because you continue to financially support them. Why are they going to stop doing these things if they still have money rolling in from people like you?
Yo, it's gotten to the point, look how crazy it is, that Neil Druckmann, so The Last of Us had like the little trailer for the HBO show, whatever, and Neil Druckmann made a tweet and put, "You ain't seen nothing yet."
Get off the stage, you drunk bastard!
I don't know if he's talking about a game or if he's still talking about the show.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know, guys, if it wasn't for Microsoft being such weak competition, I would be able to decipher this tweet from Neil Druckmann. That's how far Sony has sunk, and it's all Phil Spencer's fault. I mean, it's pretty obvious Neil was talking about disappointment. If you thought The Last of Us 2 was disappointing, you ain't seen nothing yet. You think a computer-generated version of myself, f***ing Abby, is bad? Oh, just wait till you see it in live action.
One of the top developers for PlayStation, and
I don't know the context of this tweet.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, you know, it's not the price hike of the consoles or the price increase of video games. It's my inability to decipher this stupid-ass tweet. That's how you know Sony's going down, is because I don't understand what Neil means when he's tweeting.
I have no idea if he's talking about his game or maybe the trailer for a game, trailer for Factions, a new IP. I have no idea. I have no idea which medium he's talking about, bro.
He's blaming Microsoft because he doesn't understand what Neil is talking about. I don't even understand what Neil is talking about. The only thing I do understand is that he doesn't work for Microsoft, he works for Sony. So that just sounds like a huge PlayStation problem to me.
Like, you gotta have an anchor, right? An anchor's competition. A competition will put you in check.
Right?
And you'll stay in that boundaries, right? And Xbox is not doing it, man. All this fake talk about value, that ain't working, man.
You heard him, ladies and gentlemen. It is Microsoft's duty to make sure Sony doesn't screw over its own consumers. Does this mean we can blame Sony every time Microsoft screws up? Well, great, because I got a long-ass list. I guess we can start with the Xbox app for PC. It's utter trash. That's all Jim Ryan's fault. No, you goddamn retard. It is up to the consumers to keep the corporations in check. And if you're gonna sit there and accept $10 increases to video games, $50 increases to hardware, then you're not doing your job. You wanna sit there and complain about there not being any big AAA bangers on PlayStation, but all you're doing is accepting remasters and remakes. Is that also Microsoft's fault?
Not working, man. Ampere Analysis said that even with the price increase, this is not gonna impact PlayStation bottom line. They literally saying that Sony can increase the price of the PlayStation and people will still buy that over Xbox. So go ahead and tell me Xbox is really providing global competition, man. They not, bro.
Well, that sounds to me like Sony was planning on increasing the price regardless of competition. Even if Microsoft was neck and neck with them on console sales right now, they would have still done this. Doesn't that say more about Sony than it does about Microsoft? There isn't a goddamn thing Microsoft could do to make Sony lower their prices. All that analysis proved was that Sony has the dumbest fucking consumers on the planet. It makes me convinced Sony isn't doing this out of desperation, but because they know their consumers are just that retarded.
At best, it's just America, and I think you know what's crazy? All the Xbox fans outside of America is using the American success to reflect on them. Sorry, bro. If you're an Xbox gamer hyping Xbox outside the US, your brand ain't that big where you at, man. It ain't that big where you at.
Well, if that means they get to pay less, then I don't see how it's an L. Because this means the Xbox console globally is cheaper than the PlayStation 5. Getting to pay less is a bragging right no matter how you look at it.
Listen, your brand ain't that big in your neck of the woods. Unless you in the United States, don't even act like your brand is the Xbox brand. It ain't, bro.
You can't talk about Xbox unless you live in America! My god, the attempt to turn this massive L into a W simply isn't working.
Yo, Microsoft gotta do something, Phil. You gotta get these banging games out there, man. You gotta stop playing. Yo, cause this ain't...
You slacking could potentially make PlayStation soft. and weak and stuff like that, you know, and arrogant.
So you mean to tell us that without Microsoft, Sony is a hopeless, weak, soft, and arrogant corporation? That doesn't go in line with everything ponies have been saying for years. First it was Xbox is going down and they're not going to be around for another 10 years. And now it's, oh no, Sony is nothing without Microsoft, we need them.
I don't need that. I need PlayStation at their best.
Well, somebody's gonna have to tell them that this is Sony at their best and has been for years, and it's not gonna be me. I already delivered him the bad news that Malcolm was his long-lost child. You guys do it.
But when you ain't got no competition, why you need to be in the gym for? If there ain't nobody willing to get in the ring and fight you, then why you need to train?
Well, it sounds to me like Sony is seriously lacking a coach. Let's pray to God it's not you, because you're gonna keep them slacking.
You know, if people are just gonna let you hold on to the heavyweight belt and ain't nobody challenging you, then you ain't got no reason to train. You're just gonna sit there and just collect the money. Can't have that, man. Xbox, you need to step up, and you Xbox guys are the worst, bro.
Oh yeah, Sony slacking off and not trying their best is totally the fault of the Xbox guys. If they would just stop buying Xbox consoles, I'm pretty sure Sony would start trying again, right? That's how that works, right? Sony isn't choosing to slack off, the Xbox guys are making them slack off. My corporation has done nothing wrong. It's you, Xbox guys. You're the worst. I've got 3 failed marriages, 2 children taken away, and a miserable hairline because of you.
You guys brag about Xbox on the stupidest stuff, man. I swear to God. You guys give credit on that, yo, you need to stop
Capping on your podcast, man.
This is supposed to be a video about how Sony raised the prices of PlayStation, and yet he's choosing to be outraged and upset by irrelevant podcasters because they choose to cap for the other console. You can't make this shit up. He's not angry at Sony for what they're doing. He's angry at the Xbox guys.
You gotta ask yourself a simple question, man. Is Xbox bringing the banging games that you can play on your controller? And if it ain't that, because that's the soul out of any console.
The controller is the soul of the console? And here all along, I thought the soul of the PS5 was in its SSD.
The soul out of any console is
the banging games that you can play.
Well, seeing as how my PC hasn't transformed into a PlayStation overnight, I don't think the games are the soul of the console. Basically, every single one on the Xbox can be played on PC, and soon, all of the ones on PlayStation will be too. So you may want to go back to doing your soul searching.
If you ain't getting that, then you ain't doing good, bro. None of this whole kumbaya, yo, Phil Spencer is providing Xbox and a Pop-Tart. Ain't nobody give a damn about no Pop-Tart. Ain't nobody trying to eat that shit. That's like $8 now. That shit went up too. Ain't nobody trying to pay $8 for a goddamn Pop-Tart. Like, stop that, bro.
You can literally pay less for Game Pass than a Pop-Tart and have more content and entertainment on your hands. You don't think that's pretty f***ing cool? Say what you want about Microsoft, but when a service like that exists, it changes a lot of things. If you told me as a child that paying $1 would get me access to over 100 games, I would have lost my shit. And a strategy like that works like a charm, especially under a recession, where people can't simply throw money out left and right for video games. You really don't want people to value something like that? You want them to value the corporation, raising the prices on them instead?
Stop that trash, man. Y'all need to do better. Y'all really need to focus and stop worrying about trying to make, and that's another problem.
The reason why this shit is happening, you guys spend more energy trying to make PlayStation look bad than Xbox trying to get Xbox to be good.
Cut that energy out, bro.
I couldn't imagine making Sony look any worse than they've made themselves look already. But if trying to make them look bad for raising the price of your stupid console by $50 is the cause of all of this, then I'll gladly continue to do it till the price is $1,000. Hell, why even stop at $1,000? Dumbass just gave away the reason Sony's raising the price on him. Now we can use it in our favor. $2,000 PS5, here we come.
Cut that energy out, bro. Listen. You're not blowing out PlayStation's candle, no matter how hard you try. So you Xbox Podcast,
cut that shit out.
You ain't blowing nobody's candle out. You'll be like,
I swear, sometimes I feel like I'm married to a child.
you look like a 2-year-old trying to blow out your damn birthday candle. You ain't doing it, son. Cut it out.
The audience viewing this video is the one that looks like a child and not the person blowing kisses at the camera with his receding hairline? But The Rock's got the face of a 40-year-old man with the scalp of a newborn baby. The last motherfucker on earth that should be blowing kisses at the camera. Just imagine how terrified his wife must feel every single night when he pulls off the sheets doing that face.
Y'all really need to focus on Xbox and really give them true
criticism
so they could be on the path to create, you know, banging games and stuff like that.
Or we could always do what you do, and every time Microsoft fucks up, we can just go ahead and blame Sony. It's a hell of a lot easier, and I'm thinking about all the memes that could come out of it.
And don't accept mediocrity just because on Game Pass. Don't do that trash, man. That shit ain't helping, bro. Your capping is fucking me up. It's fucking our shit up, bro. We need heavyweight contenders. Get your goddamn preferred platform in the goddamn gym. Do them push-ups. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Puerto Rock, I'm the last fucking person on Earth you should be telling Game Pass destroys PlayStation. Cause I'm gonna continue to use it if that's the case.
Get them games and get back out there and fight.
No, Puerto, you take your American tax-funded rifle, strap it back onto your back, and go fight for my goddamn oil.
You guys capping on the dumbest stuff, bro, and look where we at, man. Sony out here literally like, yo, who? They don't even recognize the letter X in the goddamn alphabet. That's how crazy this is, bro. And until we get true competition, they're just gonna keep doing this, cause Xbox is allowing Sony to do whatever the hell.
Yeah, no, Sony is allowing PlayStation to do whatever the hell they want. And if what they want is to charge you $50 more for 2-year-old hardware, then they will. They don't have to worry about doing this. They got retards like Puerto Rock to blame Microsoft for it. But even if Microsoft was responsible for it, could you blame them? If my competitors were raising their prices, I wouldn't do a damn thing about it either. The only ones with any real ability to get this undone are the consumers, and instead they're sitting by blaming Xbox. That makes Microsoft's job a hell of a lot easier, don't you think?
Man, anyway, you let me know what you think, man. Hit me up in the comment section. Follow me on Twitter, PorterRock77_. That's right, there's an underscore. You know, and you let me know. But yo, this is
crazy, bro.
Xbox really out here ain't doing a
goddamn thing, bro.
My God, are you still talking?
I don't even know what to say but to end it on that. It's all Microsoft's fault. Sony can do no wrong even though they're the ones making all of these decisions. They aren't responsible for their own business, apparently. All of the good that Sony does is 100% them, but all the bad they do is Microsoft's fault. Well, I can tell you after analyzing their consumer like Puerto Rock, I don't really think Sony should stop at a $50 increase. Why? Because they will never receive any of the blame. He'll gladly still pay them more money and yet at the same time be salty about it but not direct that at Sony. This is legit one of the dumbest f***ing videos I've ever had to watch. PlayStation fanboys are legit the only consumers I have ever seen get upset at the other corporation for their favorite corporation's shortcomings. I don't think there's ever been a single era in video games where this has happened, but I guess we're fortunate enough to be living in the time where we get to witness it with our own 2 eyes. I mean, I consider it a curse, but you guys seem to love it. So if that's the case, why don't you become a member of this channel, like, comment, share, subscribe if you so choose to, and with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.
Free Congo sucks ass.